Adam Christ from MMAnews.com alongside Ben Coyle here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania at Marquez MMA. He is about to take on Hector Iglesias at Ring of Combat 82. It's going down at the Tropicana in Atlantic City just a couple of days away on December 1st. Ben is making his 7th appearance inside of the cage as a professional. This will be his debut for Ring of Combat though. So before we get any further, Ben, what's going on, my man?
What's going on, buddy?
It's been a while since we gotten a chance to talk on camera, but you have a lot of fights going up, so let's talk about it, man. So you have a fight against Hector Iglesias coming up. Solid dude, but first, before we get into this fight, I want to talk a little bit about your last fight, right?
Okay.
14 seconds, you knock the person out, completely out, but you get disqualified in the process. Can you just take us through that fight, how it went down, how you saw it, and not only that, but how you rectify that and move it towards a positive moving forward?
Well, the way I'd say I saw it, man, is that fight went absolutely perfect. Went from the highest high to the lowest low immediately. I went out there, hit him with a clean 1-2, dropped him and had him, I mean, when I say wobbled, like his eyes were not even focused when he took the shot that he did. And he took a terrible shot as I jumped in with a flying knee at the same exact time. And to be honest, if you slow it down, my knee landed before his knees hit the ground. But either way, everything's in motion. It shouldn't matter either way, but the ref made a bad call, and it is what it is, man. And that 1-2 that I hit him with, it wasn't even a regular 1-2. It was a one with a looping overhand, which is something we saw in film and practiced day in and day out. John and I on pads practiced that. John called it out, and it was the first thing I went out there and threw, and it landed. It was just a picture-perfect performance to a terrible ending. It is what it is, man. I did everything in my control, but at the end of the day, I can't control what a ref sees from his point of view and chooses to do. At the end of the day, his call is final. So unfortunate how that happened, but I won that fight.
Controversial, absolutely, but moving forward from that, again, you were on fire. You got the stoppage that you were looking for. Again, not talking about the controversial decision, but how do you take that, not let it impact you as far as when you go in training and moving forward to get ready for your next camp, December 1st, obviously, so it doesn't linger in the back of your head, just moving, keeping that freight train rolling?
Like you said, man, I got to just keep moving forward. That's just, it is what it is. That's the fight game. There's ups and downs, man, and not everything in this game works out as planned, even when it goes perfect.
Yeah.
So, but I have to keep the momentum building off that anyway. I went out there and did everything perfectly, and I put my opponent to sleep in 14 seconds. I can't, other than a bad call, there was no momentum lost there. I went out there, showed my level, showed my improvement, followed a game plan to a T, and once again, I finished somebody. I've kept my 100% undefeated finishing record.
Yeah. So moving forward, you have Hector Iglesias coming up. It's at Ring of Combat 82 at the Tropicana. Big, illustrious fight town, Atlantic City. Nice casino atmosphere. Ring of Combat, I mean, Dana White's been there for looking for a fight before, so a big notoriety behind it. How does it feel to fight on such a platform? I know you fought in other promotions like that before, Cage Fury and everything, but getting back under the bright lights of such a big, illustrious organization.
It's cool, man. I've been there for a few shows, and they put on the venue's awesome. It's in the Tropicana. It's a huge casino. I've got a lot of people coming this time, and it'll be fun, man. The way they have it all set up, it'll be cool to walk out there under the bright lights and put on another show and show even more levels and growth to my skills. Speaking
of growth on your skills, again, Marquez MMA, I know you transitioned early in your career, but what camp is this for you under Marquez MMA?
Everything here, man, is damn near perfect. We train intense, we train hard. We have some of the best names here. We have big names from the UFC, from Sean Brady to Jeremiah Wells, Joe Pyfer, Pat Sabatini. Everybody in here, it's very motivating, if that makes sense. It's very, I get to sit there and watch some of the best technique in the East Coast. And then on top of that, to build off that, John Marquez is a wizard, man, when it comes down to breaking down fights. His IQ, the way he views fighting, he's very intense, which matches my style well. The camps here go almost perfect, so compared to some of the training I've done before.
Can you talk about the evolutions in your training? I mean, I've known you for a long, extensive time now, from your amateur days now to your pro days. Can you talk about what this gym, being around such the studs, I mean, we got Jeremiah Delgado right behind us here, but some of the studs in this gym as well. I mean, Sean Brady was in here earlier. Like you were saying, Joe Pfeiffer. I mean, this gym is just full of animals. So again, what does that help you to take you to the next level?
It just shows that I'm where I'm supposed to be, man. I come in here, I perform every day, and some days aren't the best, but I always leave with a positive mindset, man. When I say aren't the best, like, I get pushed in here every day. There's never a time where I'm the big fish on the mat at all times. I come in and have great days sometimes, and there's other days I leave here, I'm like, oh, okay, I have things to work on. And then on top of that, I get to sit back and watch how other people train from the area that are making moves and doing big things and have a very high skill set.
Yeah.
So to me, that's everything. I get to sit there and sit back and absorb a lot. So.
Talking about Hector Iglesias now, let's get into the matchup itself. He is 2-2 as a professional.
He's 2-2 as a professional, 5-2 as an amateur. He's a purple belt in jiu-jitsu, more of a boxer wrestler.
So you picked up where I was going there. You done your homework on this character. You know exactly about Hector Iglesias. Well, how do you game plan for somebody like that? Or do you leave the game planning to your coaches, James Lyons, again, John Marquez? Do you leave the game planning to them, or do you also divulge and invest a lot of time into the game planning with them?
I trust my coaches. I trust my partners. I let them tell me what they think. I really feed off of that, and I definitely absorb what they're saying. But also, I pride myself in my own fight IQ. I've done my research for a reason. I've watched just about everything the kid does, and he's a tough, gritty dude. But the way I see it is his style plays into my style very well. What he does good, I think I do better, and we'll go out there and see who wants it more.
Speaking of your style, I think anybody that has seen you fight, anybody who knows you knows your style. You're very pressure-oriented. You're looking for the stoppage as soon as you can get it. You're not looking to necessarily go into the deep waters. You'll go there. You have the cardio and conditioning for it. I know that. But you're looking to get in, get out with a dominant and violent stoppage. So I don't anticipate this being any different. But now that people kind of have come to understand that about you, do you adapt going forward, or is it same plan as always? Come in, stop this, fill in the blanks, move forward?
Same plan as always, man. I'm willing to go wherever he wants to take this fight, but I'm in control of this fight. You're in my cage at the end of the day. And it's always the same, Adam. I go in there, I'm aggressive, in your face, like you said, but I'm looking for a stoppage. Win or lose, my fights have always been 100% finishing rate for a reason. I go in there to fight, and that is what it is. I don't treat it so much as a competition. I'm in a fight.
Yeah.
And I'm looking to put you away. And I hit hard for the division. I bring aggression, and like I said, we'll see who wants it more. I'm willing to go 15 minutes with the kid, or I'm willing to put him out in the first couple seconds of the fight.
You hit extremely hard. You just said it. I'll concur there. I know that for a fact. But is there any chance we can come to expect maybe a submission stoppage from Ben Coyle? Is that option open, or are we definitely looking for the knockout? What I'm getting at is, can you give a bold prediction? How do you get this fight done against Hector Iglesias at the Tropicana, December 1st at Ring of Combat 82?
Like I said, I see this fight going. I'm better than him anywhere, and absolutely I could submit him. We've been working on my ground game constantly, and not that it wasn't strong before, but it's gotten much better. James and I are constantly working on that. And I'm finding finishes in the gym on the ground regularly, but I see me putting him to sleep in the first round, maybe the second. He fades sometimes after the first round, so we'll see, man. But from what I see, I think I'm going to put him to sleep on the feet.
Do you have a specific round that you think you'll get it done in? First, second, third?
Second.
Second? Yeah. All right, and last thing for me, moving forward from this, let's say, perfect world, you got the second round stoppage, you come away unscathed, 2024 is right around the bend. What do you have planned for 2024? I know you're looking for a big year.
Yeah, man, I have to keep this momentum rolling. Like I said, last fight didn't go as planned when it comes down to how the decision played out. But that fight, I built momentum, and this fight I'm going to do the same thing and then carry it over. I have all the skills to make it far in this division and in this sport. I just have to keep grinding and keep building momentum. 2024, you'll see me taking multiple fights and taking multiple wins.
I look forward to it. First things first, it's going to happen at Ring of Combat 82 at the Tropicana in Atlantic City, New Jersey, as Ben Coyle is set to take on Hector Iglesias. is coming down in a couple of days. Again, December 1st at the Tropicana, Ring of Combat 82. For Ben Coyle, I'm Adam Christ. Make sure you keep it locked to mymmanews.com for all your fight news needs.